bracket, and it is just one game closer to qualifying to Melbourne. That if they want to go to the grand final, sure, they can have the grand final. But of course, they're playing in a BO3 where they come from the upper bracket. They get a slight advantage. They get a real good chance of just solidifying it, right? And getting yourself a place in the ESL Challenger Melbourne. But without further ado, let's jump into the action, Neo. We are live with map 2. It is Inferno. It's Wings Up now that need 16 rounds to equal the scorecards. Otherwise, IHC, they have themselves a swift 2-0 win here in the opening BO3 here on the A stream.
That's it, we'll get things started momentarily. If you look at recent results as well for IHC on this map, their losses been to Imperial, fair enough, and then of course to Rare Atom, the best side coming out of Asia, and that was in double OT at 25-23.
Double OT? Someone saying OTs? Alright, Neo. Yeah, you're already...
Not in this one, not in this one.
Nah, you're not setting us up for that then?
Absolutely not, but that's already two losses. One towards Imperial, one of the better sides in the world, top 20, and then towards Rare Atom, who are arguably the best side in Asia, right? And, you know, the fact that they've taken the best side of Asia towards double OT, and it was a 16-12 against Imperial, really not a bad result either. Surely, only goes one way here.
Smoke dropped in, Child King given no vision, IHC looking to close the gap towards B, and well, they're given a good chance in doing so. Score beeping on top of the coffin. bLitz is going to punch in the digits, and with that, the post plant set up. Carbal holding a close angle. This is a dangerous one. Sure, the wall bang spams out, but he's got such a good pace towards Banana, and he's able to take the head of Bingo clean off. Looking for a follow-up. Lan, he'll respond. 4v4 scenario now. Numbers level as Gas will find one. No way does he find another. But look at this. They're closing the gap. Bartak, he's going to need to find more. Annihilation still alive, though. And now it's just Lan against two. And how the tables turn. Wings Up from a one-man advantage to a one-man deficit. There's no time to get the defuse off. Bartak, he's just going to play the nerves. And he'll win the pistol for IHC.
Yeah, always in playing time. It's so simple, so effective. Finds on a freebie as a kill towards the end as well. Bartak, really nice to play from him. 2 kills to his name, but it's 2 very important kills. So once again, solidify IHC as being the dominant force, dominant factor. They're 3 for 3 in pistol rounds now, and because of that, individually, they kickstart their momentum so well. Wings Up. They made a good effort of it. They made it a good chance, but unfortunately weren't able to close things down. Lan had a bit of individual brilliance too, but he couldn't quite solidify things for that 4th kill. The most important kill, arguably, too.
How about having a little jump over the top of the half wall? Have you seen that Monacy clip, by the way, where he's like, he can wedge himself into the corner and like levitate?
No.
So there's a new bug that he's found where you can sort of like lodge yourself into the half wall and just stay in the air. Like, I'm trying to think of the map that had it beforehand. And you could just stay there. Like, you could just stay levitated in midair. I think Mirage has one at one point or another. But basically, he just jumps. He has a certain key press, and he just gets stuck in the half wall. And you can look over the half wall, but with no one underneath you. It's weird. Have a Google.
I gotta say,
let me have a Google.
He finds every game-breaking thing. It's always Monacy. He's always the one to find all of these game-breaking bugs and whatnot. I mean, also we remember all the one from the major with the smoke. That was a bit of controversy, I guess you could say, with that one. But
we love that.
It's always Monacy. He loves the game so much. He always finds these sort of little bits here and there. Rops occasionally too is very good at finding the little game-breaking bugs. Either way, second round to be collected momentarily for IHC. Didn't really need to talk too much about this one. It was just USBSs for to Wings Up. We can't expect too much from them. They're trying to find anything more if they can. Score, I'll be giving a freebie. Will do, in fact. Does get himself bomb on the back 10. Cabal going to find one more, 2. bLitz will clean things up. No one remains alive for Wings Up. And a bit of money in the pockets of IHC. They are not going to say no. But now, full buy coming out for Wings Up. We see the M4s going out on display and an AWP for Lan too.
They get to bring out all the stops here, Neo. You are right. Right, see, of course, this is a bit of a weird one because it's a bonus, but it isn't. You know, Carbal's got a Mac 10, but he's got the least amount of money. Everyone else has got absolute stacks that they can bring forward should they lose out here. Already, it's just another B play, another attempt at gaining some immediate control. They'll be rewarded because actually, IHC, They look for the control, they get it. The molly's going to force them away a little bit. But that's alright. Wings up. Position like no other. To really try and put themselves on the board. Score, great shot. Nice trade though, 1 for 1.
All they have to do, I'd see, with this sort of buy is play for that trade game. Over towards B, 2 more players there to meet them. Molotovs will come through, and that could force Martin into a little bit of an aggressive stance.
Well, having a peek, Martin. Yeah, I think a bit too aggressive. Going to get caught off. Annihilation. Now the man advantage established for IHC and Child King. I don't know how he's playing so aggressive. If he dies, this is the round lost. Like, the round is completely lost. And so he needs to play a little more passive. We'll use a smoke, buy a bit of space and time. 40 seconds left. Still plenty of opportunity here, Neo, just to make that margin even greater here for IHC.
Bomb's rotating too. It's going back over towards A. There's 2 players there to meet them. This could actually be a little bit dicey. If they go for short aggression, this could force Lan off the angle, and it will. Or drop back on towards side. They hear it. Another flash will force them deeper over towards Coldzera.
Child King waiting for the B response to come in, and well, he'll see the mollies, he'll see the util. A smoke going to be deployed, and that blocks his vision, having a good spam. Oh my good god, a ball and annihilation, and he even swings around to get bLitz. A 3v3, but so much more damage done than just what's up front. He doesn't know what he's done to this IHC side, but it is a post plant. That's the only issue. Child King going to move forward. AK doesn't find the mark. And now the margin actually in favour of Wings Up in the 2v3. Bartak going to get spammed up to 8 points of health. Lands hit the wall bang. And all of a sudden, Annihilation now going to have to come up huge. Oh my god, Lan. It is just Bartak left in the 1v3. Good for the first. Dancing back and forth looking for more. Bingo's got it. There's no kit. But I think there's just enough time. No, there's not. And he's won it. 1v3. Doesn't even need to get more than the 1. That's it. Third on the board for IHC.
All he needs to do, find 1 kill. It's all about buying enough time, and that's exactly what he does. And technically speaking as well, for IHC, that was a bonus buy. That was a round in which they had the weapons they had from the prior, maybe 1 or 2 upgrades here or there with the AK-47s. For IHC, they've kept the dream alive, and they've kept this momentum ticking in their favour, and it's all down to 1 man. Bartak stays alive in towards backside, and that's enough. It's so simple yet so effective. And yeah, the orbs, you know, taking pop shots at him from range, but he can't close down the space in enough time. It's brutal to say the least. It's Wings Up. It's back to the drawing board. Deagle's coming out. It's an M4A1S and an AWP as the only saving grace.
That's got to hurt big time, doesn't it? Lan, finding the first. The AWP, the only weapon that could make the change. Maybe Bingo as well with the M4A1S. But either way, this is not a good start because Bartak, the response is there and puts things level. M4 at least scooped up by Child King, but, you know, same sort of story applies in that it's not ideal. It's definitely not ideal for Wings Up, considering this is an eco.
So far, no. Rotating back. I mean, Lan going to pick up that AWP, but of course he's not got too much HP to work with. Child King down to 62, but he could be dropped momentarily. It's all about timing. Bartak turns away at the worst possible moment.
4v3. Wings Up man advantage. The B smokes are in. And so for IHC, the move is going to be attempted. Whether it's made or not is a question to be answered. Score. He's going to be able to find gas from behind. Martin's AK going to find 1. And all of a sudden, Martin, that's a brilliant shot. It's down to score in the 1v3. Does find the first and the second. Oh, score! That is lights out from him. The big man in a big chance. And he absolutely delivers. IHC 4, Wings Up Gaming 0.
Oh, I mean, the first kill towards Lan with the AWP, that's the important one. I was thinking, you know, if he finds just that kill, that's brilliant. But the transition on towards the second and the spray transfer for the third as well, that is a brilliant score. Take a bow, son. What a round individually from him. IHC keep things ticking as they hit themselves up 2-4. Wings Up, yes, they can pick up a full buy, but they're going to be demoralized after that.
Spam, having a good look. Martin just trying to do the damage, and I think you can already see maybe the panic starting to settle for Wings Up. Guys, that's 2 1v3s in a row that we've lost. You know, this is a must-win round for us, and Lan starts things off on the correct route. Whether that obviously continues to look that way for the CT side of Wings Up, that's what we're going to find out next to the score. Spam attempted, Martins found the response through the smoke, and I think this is the round, this is the one that Wings Up will finally etch themselves into this game.
Yeah, finally. I think it's probably, yeah, the good word to use there, because probably the last two should have gone the way of Wings Up, and they failed to convert in two separate occasions. Now it's down to a 5 versus 3, and surely not from this sort of scenario will they throw this.
Gas jiggling in on long. Nicely done. Cabal find a decent response. Molly launched in, not ideal. Spam is good. Land 1, 2, 3 with the M4A1S. It's 4K in the round. And that's how Wings Up get themselves on the board. Then, well, you're going to be you're going to be in for an entertaining game, because Wings Up, I mean, more of that required. But at the same time, that is beautiful Counter-Strike and IHC. I mean, their money isn't looking too good, 4 in a row, but they're basically on a double eco already.
Exactly. So, you know, at the very least, already starting to see that Wings Up have these moments of brilliance. It's a couple of rookie errors that creep through that really cause a lot of problems over towards Wings Up. And now, for the time being, things looking decent, especially when you consider that for IHC, the buy is not too great. Over towards be the Russian forward. It scores Tech 9 for the first. Will Gas be cleared is the question, and no, he won't.
Gas finding the opening kill. Martin, low HP. Surely they close the gap. How? How is Gas still alive for more? But Carbol finds both, and it's a 2v3. The smoke isn't good. Child King has a gap. For that, he could punish a nade and molly into his back pocket, and that's going to be used to force Cabal down to 3 points of health. That's the bomb dropped. The fortune that Child King's just had to have that util. The nade won't do much to Bingo either. The M4 certainly might. The Deagle of Bartak to find one, and bLitz finds the follow-up. It's 5-1.
Oh, I mean, that was a mess. From start to finish of that round, it was all over the place. Overextending towards top car, going for that aggressive peek with the AWP, gets deleted by a Tech 9. Okay, fine, you know, a small mistake, but there's continuous small mistakes by Wings Up that just prove to be so costly. And now look where we stand. Once again, a 4-round lead extended. A 4-buy comes out for Wings Up, a somewhat questionable 4-buy, especially with the MP9 coming out. But failure to convert this, and they're back to an eco.
Flash going to be good. M4 of Gas up close, only for 1. Not the most ideal of starts or land.
Ooh.
That was inches away from certain death. Able to get away with his life, though, and more importantly, put Wings Up in a position where, sure, it's a 4v4, but definitely could have been worse for wear. So they're going to be thankful that they're in this position. But IHC, they are looking dead in control.
So far, again, as we've seen time and time again, I was going to say pretty easy going, but not anymore. Child King in towards Apps, finds himself a freebie on towards Bartak. The gun barrel spotted, but land doesn't quite connect on the shot.
Gonna peek, land, he'll find one with the AWP. Martin, the follow-up, 4 versus 1 scenario. And I think this is going to be chalked up to a very swift, easy second round on the board here for Wings Up Gaming. Impressive, Neo, impressive. The turnaround has been good here. And the money for IHC, it's the exact same as sort of the previous half-buy / force investment that we saw, where IHC are going to be on Tech 9s and a fair bit of util, but at the end of the day, they shouldn't be when they've just, you know, played 6 rounds and they've won 5 of them.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. I mean, what we've seen on a kind of numerous occasions is, you know, IHC being successful off the back of a lot of mistakes from Wings Up. This was not the case. This was just much better going here from, you know, we saw the aggression come through from the CT side into his apps, for example. We saw already kind of the likes of Child King taking a bit of an aggressive stance because that getting himself that free kill towards Bartak. That was information gain too, because he could wrap in towards second mid, see no one's there, go towards mid, not too much presence either, which means they're trying to go for somewhat of a B take or a late A split, but at the very least it's information on the board, and one of which they used to around in their favour. Now, we spoke about the potential of an eco for Wings Up. Well, it's the other way. IHC, the buy is, well, not great. It's a force in, but for the most part, only pistols.
Yes, well, as expected, right? That they're just going to be going for the Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Just be like, oh, we've got to just send it, basically. See what we can do. And we'll be looking to do the damage. They did it in the previous, mate. They made it work in the previous sort of forced buy scenario that they were in. So there's a chance. There is a chance for round 8. I think the curtain very well drawn. Okay, Martin. Leg shot through the wall. Gas has found the kill. 5v4 and IHC left stunned at the minute mark.
For the time being, not so bad. Numbers in favour of Wings Up. Firepower 2 should be double down. In fact, if you're trying to find something, it's Martin who delivers on the first. At range as well, Gas can try and lock things out.
I think he will do exactly that. bLitz, nice shot. Gas will follow up with the kill. And A1S looking good. Annihilation with one more. 40 seconds. Bomb still yet to go down, but they have done a fair bit of damage. Whether bLitz can do anything more, well, low ammunition. That'll be his demise. Lan hits him with the no-scope and doubles up in this one. Wings Up now to a third.
Yeah, low ammo. Tried to go for a couple of one-taps. Couldn't find the head. And when you're hitting kind of leg shots and shoulder shots with M4A1S with low ammo, you know your job is not going to be fulfilled. I think is probably the way to put it. Now, of course, 2-round deficit is probably the closest we have seen these two teams in a very, very long time, generally speaking, this series. And it should be chipped away to just one. IHC have no investment in towards round number 9. Wings Up, this has to be a 4th here.
Spam's attempting. Martin having a good look with the M4A4. See? A4 Neo. As it should be.
A1S still better.
I don't know, mate. I don't know. I think it is definitely like the more powerful weapon, but I think now we're at a really good balance where it's actually quite situational, you know, where
True.
like on Nuke, for example, even when the M4A1S was OP, like the 25 mag A1S, Bit was still using an A4, right? Because he was the ramp player and he needed the ammunition, so he could spray. The 5 extra bullets made a big difference. But, you know, when you're maybe playing outside and you're spamming smokes a lot on Nuke, then the M4A1S is the one for you, and you know, maybe on Inferno, on A, or rather on B, the M4A4 is just a little bit better, because Banana's a lot more of a choke than maybe on brackets, where you can come from long and from short. So, no, I do agree it's situational. I think there's definitely reasons for both, but in this round, it doesn't matter what weapon Wings Up Gaming are using, it's definitely going to be much better than the Glocks that IHC have here for the remaining 40 seconds.
Yeah, I can agree more, and of course now, trying to take a little bit of pressure over towards a Bingo and Gas combine. It's a clean-up duty. So easy, so comfortable. Wings Up going to find themselves 4. They are knocking on the door of tying this game up. A full buy to come out for IHC, but again, you know, as we've seen before, failure to convert, and well, things start to become very, very dicey. The T-side started so well for IHC. It was looking exactly the same as what we saw on towards Nuke, and now not so much. It's now looking a little bit more kind of all over the place, a bit sloppy and messy at times, and I think it's safe to say that Wings Up are starting to get a very good read on this T side.
So, chance for IHC to keep their lead, otherwise things are tie game, Neo. Definitely has been a rocky beginning for the Wings Up side, but now that they've found their footing, they're 5-1 down, they're starting to make the recovery look more and more a reality. Well, Smoke's dropped in. Bartak, I don't know, did his mouse DC? I don't know what's happening, because Scores just stood there as well. Bingo, it's a very easy double, but it's an important one, because now Lan, with less of a duty as the AWP finds another. AK of bLitz trying to find more. Gas has got him dead to right. Carbol going to find the AWPer, but he's left in a 1v3, already tagged up, and Gas will close the gap. What a start Gas has had this game. Same with Lan. 12-5 for the AWPer, 12-8 for the Rifler. Wings Up Gaming. They're off to a good start here on the CT side.
Yeah, I mean, they're really starting to actually make a name for themselves on the CT side. And, of course, off the back of that, it's going to cause for attack pause coming through from IHC. They know they're starting to feel this pressure ever so slightly where, I mean, realistically, it's not looking too good right now. Again, another eco to come through. They could potentially go for a slight force in terms of picking up a couple of upgraded pistols, but especially if they want to pick up that AWP, Annihilation probably doesn't want to invest too heavily into this, or they could kind of make the likes of Cabal go for a full eco so he can drop an AWP across, and etc, etc. Tac pause coming through shows that IHC are feeling the pressure, and this is probably the first time we've actually really seen them feel the pressure for kind of the entirety of this series.
IHC definitely being given a new look from what we saw on Nuke, and I would say it definitely is a downgrade from map 1 to map 2. And this is the thing for Wings Up, right? I mean, sure, we haven't seen them on their T side, so we can't exactly make an assumption for the full 30 rounds just yet. But it's not carelessness, but you can see that Wings Up Gaming definitely have a different approach to map 2 than map 1, where it's like, guys, we're already down a map, like, let's just see what we can do. Although, to start this round, bLitz, 2 with a Tech 9. That's 2 weapons now in the hands of IHC. And honestly, this could be a safe already for Wings Up. I think they call it. I think it
is. Yeah, I don't even attempt it. Yeah, you can see them rotating away. Full save. That was... I mean, you know, as a CT side, the only real way to stop that is a molly and a bit of a HE here and there, because with that sort of tempo, you can't afford to be so aggressive the way they were. I mean, even dropping a smoke on towards the site, that's so passive in its nature in terms of that it just allows IHC to still continuously just flood their numbers on towards the A side and completely overwhelm the CT side. And that's exactly what you saw. I mean, Child King and Bingo were stressed. I think it's probably one way to put it. In that situation, they just couldn't close down the pressure. They couldn't put on the right utility at the right time. And IHC gonna find that lead once again up to 6, and it's off the back of a eco.
It's disappointing to see, isn't it? Just when I was complimenting the Wings Up side, and I was like, nice, welcome back, you know? They've done themselves dirty. Horrifically dirty. And there we have it. 6-5. IHC in front. Let's see what we have to offer here in round 12. Because Wings Up still have money. They still have chances as well, Neo. But that definitely would have been a big hit to a side that definitely didn't need it, especially against the Pistols.
I can agree more. Now, of course, still a full buy for Wings Up. They've got much of an economy to work with. Nade will come through. Chow King dropped to 56. Not exactly the greeting he was hoping for. And they've heard that.
Oh, yeah, and the molly. But the AWP as well also picked up upon. I think this is the worst scenario to be within, though, for Wings Up. Definitely getting away a little worse for wear, but it's okay. Definitely is recoverable. Flash dropped in for Child King. Smoke as well, but he's mollied off long, and that gives IHC a good passageway towards brackets, and they will take it.
Util coming through. For the time being, it's Wings Up who are looking a little bit worse for wear in terms of map control, and of course, the slight bit of damage done by the nades. They could wrap towards B, though, if they want to. Through long, wrap towards B could be a big problem.
Martin, brilliant angle and a chance to take Annihilation out the flank. Working out quite nicely. Cabal, gotta be careful. That volley towards Pit definitely gonna help out, but that's the bomb. I mean, why isn't this call made that they could be pushing behind? Cabal just doesn't expect it whatsoever. Wings Up accelerate and they'll have themselves the C4 and more or less the round as it's bLitz left in the 1v5. This one's done.
Oh, for sure. I mean, 1 versus 5 for bLitz. There's nothing he can do here. The last sort of situation they saw him in was going for a slight mid take over towards longs. They can probably assume that he's tried to wrap B, or if not, he's still posted up over towards bracket somewhere. They can hold, wait, time ticks down, and just like that, up to a tied game once again. IHC, their own worst enemy there, dropping utility or throwing utility when they have the bomb in hand over towards short. I mean, talk about rookie mistakes. I mean, that is a prime example of one.
Well, round 13. 6-all. Tie game. Back into the business. Wings Up Gaming stand for the money of IHC. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. And having a good look towards middle. Looking in, seeing what's going on. Ingo taking a bit of early damage. But notice how the respect definitely now being given by IHC. On Nuke, I would say definitely on the CT side, there was no respect. Now on Inferno, when they're on the T side, it gets a little more difficult. Well, for the side of IHC, they're a man down, and more importantly, with minimal map control to show for it.
So far, IHC, numbers not looking too good in their favour. At a number disadvantage, they're going to wrap back over towards B. There's 2 players here to greet them, and all Wings Up have to do here is play for that 2-2 split. Just play for the trades.
Playing so aggressively, though, I'm not too sure. Land on the angle. Martin from behind. Orb shot baited. Now up close. Martin's got to be careful. That's a great shot. And because he hits the wall bang, they don't expect anyone close. And that gives Martin a chance to go 1-for-1. And the trades are just too good. Wings Up look too strong. And it's bLitz in a 1v3. And this will be Wings Up ahead.
Just bLitz. I mean, 1 versus 3. 15 points of HP. There's no information to go off either. I think it's probably just a matter of time. Also, I say, he might be able to get this bomb down, and he will. So that's a silver lining in what is a bad situation. Flash over towards that of CT. Can he make the cross? He can. Back over towards Church. He somehow made this a possibility.
Surely they know, though. Like, Child King must have picked up on the
they?
steps. bLitz. Oh, and he has the shadow advantage. Child King's dead. There's no way he's winning that fight. And now it's a 1v1. Bingo's going to go chasing. But bLitz, he's read this in perfectly. He's dropped the molly. He's sitting beyond the smoke. Bingo's going to go for the stick, but this smoke's about to fade. He's got about a second to swing and to find the kill. But there's just no time. bLitz leaves it too late. And Bingo holds his nerves. A close round. A 1v3 down to the wire. Wings Up righteously win that round.
Yeah, they say pros don't fake, right? And that was exactly what we saw there. All Bingo had to do was play for the confidence that hopefully that smoke lasts just enough time for him to be able to pull that. They've used exactly what we see. Up to a 7-6 scoreline. Wings Up in the lead. But a slim lead, to say the least. Pistol going back out for IHC. They're going to eco for the last. But we've seen these ecos be quite formidable.
Round 14, the penultimate one of the half. It's a half buy for IHC. And a bitter taste left in their mouth because, I mean, that was winnable. That was winnable. Obviously, you can't exactly blame the big man in the 1v3 losing it. It's too much to ask for in the first place. However, surely there is light at the end of the tunnel. IHC, sure, we're on the CT side next, guys. Even if, we lose the rest and it goes 9-6, this is still a very winnable game. This is still a 2-0-able, thought.
Of course, yeah.
We're just, I think they just have to be smart on their CT side. They have to understand a little bit more.
Yeah, for me, for IHC, they've been their own worst enemy at times. Slightly overzealous in their nature, not clearing angles properly, not clearing sights properly. Now, of course, they're just down to an eco, so you can't expect too much of them. Get a couple of kills, potentially a bomb plant's a real silver lining. It's unlikely.
Dropped in. Util is looking pretty good, but they don't go off the back of it. There is a smoke that's blocking their vision. Gas gonna get naded. Martin good for one. Nice shot from Cubble. His Tech 9 has been on rails, but that gives Annihilation with a pretty difficult 1v4, and he'll fall at the first hurdle. Martin, what a steel wall hold. A 4K with the AWP, and that gives Wings Up their 8th, guaranteeing success at the halftime whistle.
Oh. 8 is what they find. Can they extend it to 9 is the question. We're looking towards IHC. 4 bites come through. No AWP to be able to counter the Martin, but we haven't really seen the AWP be too good, and to be generally honest, over towards IHC. I mean, Annihilation tried to pick it up. It's not really worked too well for him. bLitz at times had a little pop with it, but again, not being the greatest of favors. So, IHC, they're just going to go for the quintuple rifles.
Nade's a little bit too deep to catch off the rifler here of Score. He's already up close towards B. And a decent look, see what's going on. He can do anything so far. But it has been the quiet approach. Wings Up playing a lot more passive, realizing this half, it's very winnable.
For Wings Up, they've already guaranteed that they'll have a lead, but they want to extend it towards that 9-6 finish, right? It's a really, really good comfortability factor to hold over them, especially on the CT side of Inferno.
Child King, be careful that Bartak sits close. The molly, the double molly, and the swing off the back of it. Bartak's reaction is good. He backs away, but doesn't expect the swing from behind it. That is brilliant teamwork for Wings Up. Unfortunately, the 55-second mark of the last round of this first half, they're on a 5v4.
Numbers aren't looking too good. Once again, over towards IHC, wrapping back over towards A. They've had success here before, but this time they're going to meet the AWP of LAN, who, again, has been a brick wall in terms of locking out sights.
30 seconds left. Time is ticking. And IHC are going to need to make their move. They will do so. It is towards A. They're going to commit their resources and pull with full force. Punish isn't good. Blinding Child King. He's tagged up low HP, but Gas, that's the bomb carrier. bLitz good for one, but Child King's trade is good. The M4 drop, but there's just not enough time to get the bomb back. Or is there? It's a 1v2 for Cabal. He will find the first. 8 seconds left, and he might just be able to get the cross in time. 5 seconds. He has to plant. Why is he not planting? He's trolled around. Is there enough time? Yes, there is, but it's 9-6. Wings up by 3. Can they get it done on the T side? We find out after this.
Hey Future Pros! I thought I'd take time out of my busy schedule to show you all a nice way to aid your teammates when rushing A on Vertigo. We will be smoking off A short along with a supporting flash. To throw these nades, head into the corner of the metal overhang. Aim towards the bottom of the thickest beam and simply jump throw the smoke. This will block off A short and hopefully stop a CT player peeking. However, it is possible for a CT to push through, but a well-placed molly will solve that problem. Now time for the flash. After you've thrown your smoke, back up so you're at the edge of the metal overhang. Then simply aim at the bottom corner of the sky and throw. This should hold off or at least annoy any CT player trying to get an aggressive peek. That's it. I hope your A rushes are met with an epic victory round win.
Show me love, taking this pure heart of mine, high above, we go off in the night, we leave in the red lights, man, let 'em need, you can see right,
Hello, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Second half underway, wings up. 9-6 lead. 3 rounds in their favour. This round here could make it 4.
Well, could indeed do so, sir. Cabal looking for tapping away. That is a big blunder. Still might find a kill. No, 12 bullets not enough. Score won't find anything either. bLitz is gone. Wings up are going to have themselves a 10th. There is no denying that one. What a swift beginning to the second half.
It shouldn't have been, though. I mean, the 2 guys into us back tight should have got a couple of kills. I mean, there's no 2 ways to put it. It's just a complete blunder on their part. I mean, and now look where we stand. It's a 2 versus 5 retake. Wings are about to extend this lead to 4 with a 10-6. I mean, how has this gotten so bad for IHC on a map in which notoriously and historically they've been so good on?
Yeah, definitely haven't got it right. Tapping away, Bartak. Whoa, okay, 2 with the USP. Oh, 3. Not bad, good sir, not bad. Unfortunately, it doesn't mean much. It's the round win in favour of Wings Up anyway. Is he looking for 4? Bartak, yes. Ace, why not? Go on, go on. Oh, Gas gets it in literally the last second. Well, I mean, what a round for Bartak, and that gives him a fair bit of cash, maybe. The full eco to come in. He could have an AWP in round, well, I say round 3, you know what I mean? Like the 3rd round of the 2nd half, round 18. Definitely could be the one.
Like I say, no to it over towards IHC off the back of that pretty abysmal performance there in that pistol round. They will have a slightly okay-ish buy coming in towards round number 17. We see a scout picked up by bLitz, upgraded pistols, and Score's got himself an M4A4. So it's a, again, silver lining in a bad situation of that M4. What can he do with it?
bLitz, I'm not too sure why we're playing a scout there.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, what? Why have we put a scout on the closest angle of the lot?
I mean, he gets mollied outright, but he could have taken a bit of damage to fall back and try and play from a bit of an extended range. But again, confusing time. Score going to go for the full save. They're going to send Cabal in to try and find potentially an exit or two, but even that's asking a lot. The damage, trying to take the fight against the Mac 10, probably not the easiest of plans to do so. Will he be able to find the kill? That's a little bit of a, well, silver lining. Looking unlikely now as he's being extended from all angles. Will find himself one. Score going to fall though. That means the M4 no longer in play. Cabal makes it a second, but yeah, a lot of question marks. I'm starting to get concerned that potentially we are going to map 3 here, Ryan.
Do you know what the worst thing is, right? If that scout's in mini pit, right, and it does 70 damage, it fires a single shot, that round is... I don't know.
For the Eagles, yeah.
Yeah, because... And he does 70 damage, and the remaining 3 players on Wings Up are low HP. So, what was the call? What was the idea to play a scout up close? Like, if that was a Zeus, yeah, be my guest. But, I don't know, just put a scout there? Yeah, I don't know, mate. I don't know what the call was, but hey, man. You do you. Sometimes it can work out. Sometimes the stupid stuff can catch you by surprise. Definitely was not the one for now, though. Wings Up 11-6 ahead. They've got a 5-round gap. IHC on an eco now as well. This is a pretty good position for Wings Up, as you said, to take us to a 3rd.
I'd be very, very surprised now if Wings Up don't find themselves one more. However, bLitz has found himself at least one. Dre coming through, though. I'm to go now apply towards first orange, but it's now with that wrap coming through in towards Coffins. USP gonna find one more. Cabal trying to make it a second. Call the Mac 10 labor spray. Delivers. Deagle whipped out, and Martin makes it a 3K.
Done. Comfortable. Easy. Wings Up. 4 away from winning. When you put it like that, it's silly. So silly to think about. They should never have been invested in this game as good as they are. Wings Up, this should be done. Done. And, well, instead, the doors are open to a 3-map affair. Not only is it open to a 3-map affair, but Wings Up Gaming definitely do now have the momentum and sort of the ideology that they could win this entire series and pull off the biggest upset, no doubt, of the event. That's a great shot from Annihilation, though.
As we stand, so far, so good for IHC in this round. 12-6, they desperately need some CT kind of momentum in their favour. Molly in towards long. They're scared of short, though. Child King for a double. As he opens things up, they're going to double back over towards mid.
Bubble having a good look. bLitz to join him. IHC, well, there goes one. Looking for more. Yes, bLitz, beautiful. Oh, beautiful from bLitz. Puts them right back into the swing of things. It's Martin left in a 1v2, but this is enticing. This is doable. 96 points of health taken. Now down to the 1v1.
Now 1 versus 1. Martin's so low on HP. bLitz doesn't really have too much of an idea, but he might get the right read here. It's all about timing. Soundcue heard surely heard there by bLitz. Even knife the wall so we can wrap back over towards that B flank. Martin, here's it! But it's bLitz who comes on the top. That got dicey. Very, very dicey to the least, but I see just about by the skin of their teeth come out on top and pick up a 7th round. And of course, because of that, Wings Up haven't kept their momentum in check.
Money, definitely an issue for the Wings Up side. IHC probably a step below that, right? Sure, the rifles are sort of equal. There's a couple of FAMASs on the IHC side. It's manageable for the time being. Look at this relentlessness. Hold on a second. This is caught me by storm. Annihilation out in the middle of nowhere. And he's found the opening kill. The flashbang is sublime for a second as well. Annihilation doing God's work to give IHC the chance of 8. Oh, what? Jump in, mate.
Not bad at all. Score going to find himself a trailer towards gas, though. Numbers once again dwindled for Wings Up as they are left to just 1. But it's all down to that mid push coming through from Annihilation. Finds the first, that's great. The flash is sublime, as you mentioned, for that second, though.
Bingo. Having a good look. Nice shot onto the first. 2 more to go. This is scary for IHC. Because, sure, you still got 2 people in this game, or in this round, and the opportunity to win. Bingo, though, I mean, I don't know, man. Haven't cleared sight, checking towards CT. The play would be now to wrap to A. The problem is he's got so much to clear. I don't quite count him into this round, but he has got the back turn of another. Bingo surely knows where the last man is, and a massive blunder from IHC.
Yes, blunder is the way to put it. I mean, yeah, he finds the first, but then all you have to do is play time, and IHC don't do that, and because of it, Wings Up find themselves at 13, 3 rounds away from the all elusive 16, and we see attack pause called by IHC. They do not want to push this towards a map 3 of Dust 2. This is meant to be their strength pick. Look where we stand now. I mean, this is brutal to watch, I think it's safe to say. IHC, they're a shadow of their former selves. I mean, this is not the IHC that we know and love. And I mean, Wings Up, they are using this to their advantage, and so massively too.
IHC will call for their second time out so far on Inferno. 6 rounds behind. Basically got to double their scoreline to get in front. Yeah, I think it's safe to say, both of us now knowing the chances of that happening, they are slim to none.
That's it.
IHC, don't know. Definitely needed to win that last round. What was it, a 1v3?
Yeah,
they had
1v3.
literally 3 players alive on the IHC side, and they all take one by one fights, like all on their own. No one swings together, and that cost them the round, and it might as well cost them the game.
CZ does find himself 1 though. Child getting traded. Eagle not going to deliver though. Child King looking for the third. Can't quite find it. It's Bartak CZ at range.
Nice to get the bomb down at least. Wings Up. Still some challenges ahead of them. Score and Bartak both with weapons. Kabul. Oh, Molly drawn. Lan will find the kill anyway. Score's gone. Bartak to follow. Kabul will find 1. Mac 10. Good damage. Kabul in the 1v3. Now down to the 1v1. But this one, yeah, it's just not going to be done. Put in transition. Bingo has the mark. And with that, it's 14. It's Wings Up. 2 from victory here on Inferno. Taking us to a decider of Dust 2.
It's looking like it. Looking like Dust 2's on the cards here now. I mean, for IHC, they do not look like the same side at all. I mean, Wings Up, they did a really good job, both on their C tail, but of course, more importantly, on their T side, of just keeping this momentum in check, keeping this tempo in their hands, and IHC cannot keep up with it. And all picked up by Annihilation to try and find a bit of form, as he's been uncharacteristically slow in towards number 2, the question is what can we find going forward now? Cabal spraying through in towards that flash. What will he find? Not too much land, giving that next space over towards top car.
Well, Molly's dropped in. Util going to be used early on. A big chunk of damage left out on that Wings Up side. Land down to 14 points of health. Martin to 52. No AWP. The CT side, they have 1. Now the big question is, what do they do next here, Wings Up? They've got some B control. Now the attempt is towards brackets. Whether they want to fully commit towards A or not, though, there's a question still yet to be answered. They have plenty of time to make that decision.
Yeah, Annihilation can hold as well from short. Got the space to work with. Take a pop shot and fall back if he wants to. Damage not looking great over towards Wings Up. Annihilation going to go kind of aggressive here. This could be his demise.
Child King. Opening kill, Neo. Opening chance. Bartak to rip it from them. IHC. The 4 versus 4. Martin caught out by Score. And they might just have a chance. Bingo. Brilliant accuracy. Gas is going to find another. And the A site's gone completely.
This one's it. I think we're going towards Dust 2 because now they've got to try and find this retake and a number disadvantage. Post-plant set up. I mean, this is safe to say brutal to see. As Cabal and Score try and find a little bit of foothold here.
Time is definitely ticking away.
Save
They want
call.
nothing to do with it. They're done. 15-7. The comeback will be on. 8 in a row required here for IHC. Otherwise, Wings Up Gaming, they'll have themselves a big chance of winning this series. Score will spot one on the exit. Wants nothing to do with it. Bingo going to die to the new and improved Inferno changes. Love to see a little bit of that. Other than that, though, Neo doesn't deduct from the fact it's 15-7 to Wings Up.
Yeah, and we are very close to starting to have to look in towards Dust 2, a map in which initially when we looked at this matchup on paper, we never even expected it to be a possibility just because of how good IHC have been on Inferno in the past, but this is not the performance we wanted from them. Only 7 rounds thus far, and a slightly mixed buy towards round number 23, which could be their last.
Minute 40 on the clock, and in the early stages, Wings Up. You're looking towards apartments. You want the A control. Carbol, this pressure, this aggression. It's good, but the problem is, Wings Up, that is a brilliant shot from Child King. They have themselves the chance to exploit A. There was only a couple of men to defend at the beginning. Bartak will find one. Carbide the second. The Molly forcing one into the open. Martin's Nate going to find one. And Blitz to mop up the remaining 2. It is an 8th on the board for IHC. But it's still 15 for Wings Up Gaming.
Just about keeping the dream alive, but it's a long road to recovery for IHC. I mean, they have quite a stark mountain to climb, I think it's safe to say, to get back in towards their own map pick and deny the possibility of Dust 2 on the cards. But so far, so good. Wings Up. 15 for them. One more push is all they need, but it's not looking likely in this round as it's not only just the eco.
Pistols, that's what Wings Up Gaming are going to be looking to at least do something with. Had a decent look into this round. Gas already taking a bit of damage. Cabal got a bit of util to his teammate, but it is aggressive B control for the time being for IHC. At least they're getting innovative with their plays.
Exactly. They're doing something a little bit spicy. Well, Score going to be able to quell those flames of a double to his name. It's pretty comfortable. These pistols just being picked apart. Annihilation comes in for one of his own as well. Just getting a little bit of a stat padding involved here. Deagle, body shot comes through, but doesn't cause too much of an issue. Up to 9. IHC trying to do one better than what we saw in our previous map of Nuke. Of course, that one ended 16-9 in favor of IHC. IHC wanted to at least find double digits.
$15-9. Closing in on that gap. Round 25, of course. IHC chance to make it double digits. Wings Up will take another half buy here. Just to make sure the money is good. Oh, hold on. It's only one half of it. It is the Mexico nade set that we saw from Young Ninjas. Oh, speaking of ninjas. Child King through the sky! What's going on? What is going on? No. Not like this, not like this. Bartak pulls out the nade, and he's going to be pushed in, but still finds kills. Lan and Child King, 2 versus 3. The post plant set. Child King got to be careful. Tech 9 swings in, he'll fall. Bartak's Deagle holds on as well. A brilliant 3k. IHC have themselves double digits. It's 10 on the board. Man, did that round get close, though.
Way too close, I think is probably the best way to put it. But of course, we are up to double digits. Heading in towards round number 26. It's still looking very good in favor of Wings Up. But I mean, at the very least, IHC are making something of this. They're at least making this sort of competitive and making this potentially the possibility of going the full distance, the full 30. Still unlikely in my eyes, but, you know, 5 consecutive is all that IHC need. We've seen worse before.
Wings up. Gonna have a good look towards middle to begin with. Lan, he's found the opening kill. This might just be the beginning of the end because Martin's found a second annihilation. Peeks in, seems to have Lan the idea. Wow, that is so quick. Score. He finds 2. No, only the 1. Martin left with 10 points of health. Annihilation and Bartak in the 2-on-3.
Molly coming through as well. 1 place to piece. Tech 9 at this sort of range could cause some problems, Martin. Needs to be careful swinging in Tech 9 easy.
Attack swings in, 2 kills. IHC up to 11. Closing that gap. That is brilliant. That is brilliant. 11. IHC continuing to perform. Map point still for Wings Up, but their money a little worse for Air. And Martin actually going for a full buy despite his team ecoing. Interesting.
Yeah, slightly interesting there, I think it's safe to say, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, 15-11. IHC, they're still keeping the dream alive here, and this time with a slightly lower buy, they might just want to go aggressive.
Ollie will tag score up for a little bit to begin with. Oh, King going to be facing a little bit of a task post volley. Martin finding the opening kill. Wings up. That's the AK doing its job. Score has to back away, and obviously he been tagged up from earlier on. It's the M4A4 freshly in Land's hands. Could be the one-shot potential, but they want to play with this man advantage. You know, they don't want to run right at them. They want to make sure this one's a little more calculative.
4 minute live for IHC. Spread a little bit thin as well. There's a triple stack over towards B. Only 1 player over towards A to meet them, and that's what the bomb looks like it's heading towards. It's Bartak to deny. And unless they rotate quickly, this could get a little bit dicey. Now the rotation has come through. All 4, in fact, have gone aggressive. Martin gets a freebie. They could double back over towards B for free if they wanted.
Yeah, this could be massive. This could be huge. Blitz. He dropped in. He's going to go aggressive for information. Wings Up sitting apartments right now. Nice shot from Bartak to find the first. M4 not good for anything. Gas and Bingo both with kills. And an Annihilation 1v4. I don't believe it. How have they lost to the Eco? Annihilation. Damned if you do. Damned if you don't. But it does not matter. Bingo has it. And we're going to map 3.
That's 2 on the cards coming up next. It was a map in which on paper we were chalking up to only go one way. That had to only go the way of IHC. And the fact that it doesn't now, we have to ask a lot of questions. We look towards Dust 2 as well. Again, another map that on paper is really, really good for IHC. But so was Inferno. And Inferno wasn't a great showing.
No, I think there's a lot to work on. Definitely.